Well, what are you waiting for, barbers? The link is right there in the description. Go and get your go now. I told you I would have this open window exclusive for the YouTube subscribers, and it looks like it got leaked.
The following program, Barber News with Toad, features a highly opinionated, overly caffeinated, and deeply sarcastic amphibian, discussing all things barber-related. Toad is not a licensed barber, doctor, historian, or even a reliable source of information. He's a toad. All opinions expressed in this show are Toad's alone, and should absolutely not be taken as fact, unless you enjoy being misinformed by a creature that spends most of his life sitting in a swamp. If you're unsure about anything he says, please comment, fact-check, or consult an actual human barber before making any drastic hair or life choices. Toad's advice has resulted in questionable haircuts, unnecessary life advice, and relationship facts. You have been warned. Viewer discretion is advised. Now sit back, relax, and prepare for the most totally ridiculous barber news you've ever seen.
Well, what are you waiting for, barbers? The link is right there in the description. Go and get your go now. I told you I would have this open window exclusive for the YouTube subscribers, and it looks like it got leaked. So a lot of barbers are already on this. But don't worry, if you move quick, you should still get one. It's less than $100, barbers. What are you waiting for? Go get it now. Anyone who is subscribed to Barber News, please drop a comment and let me know if you got one. Seriously, I did this for you, so I need to know this window was worth it for you. I know a lot of you think I'm full of shit, and maybe a long time ago I was here and there, but I've been through a lot of obstacles to make this happen. So please, if you got a Go Clipper, let me know in the comments right now. The link is in the description. The link will reopen later again at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Trust me when I tell you, nobody knows when the Go will be back in stock after this. It might not even be until next year, so get on it while you can. But we also need to speak about another clipper that's dropping real soon. So stay tuned, relax, and run that intro.
Like a star crab, sounds beautiful. Tuned cast, old frail bones, Andy Fade Pro got KO'd. Rob the original, cheated with teenies, and Phil's mods are 3D printed. Bossy O is a snake oil salesman. Vic Blends doesn't know he's Caucasian. Marty Blends is in a mental hospital cause the hoe with the fake ass fucked 6 guys on a if. Miracle Wrist has an ice cream parlor, lives in a shed with no running water, and Jay Majors is only 3 feet tall.
Look, I know this episode should really be all about the Go Clipper, but we can't ignore the fact that the mini play is on the way soon. I mean, it would be crazy disrespectful to just ignore something coming from the Play family. I feel that's basically royalty at this point. And a lot of you are asking what colors the mini play will drop in, and to be honest, I believe it's still undecided. But what I can tell you is, there's been a lot of talk about the mini play possibly coming with the chunk blade, and not only that, the new colored chunk blades are also on the way. Pink, gold, and another shade I can't remember right now. So let me ask you straight. How would you like to see the mini play drop? What blade, what color? Because at this point, it's clear we do what you want, not what we think is best. When the hype is huge for something, it gets done. And honestly, I think that's how it should be for everything going forward.
We got something new. Can you guess what it is?
Oh yes, blue, gold, pink, black, now I remember. It's hard to keep up with so much going on right now, and honestly, I've had so many messages this week asking when the Go will be back that it's been non-stop. So forgive me if I'm not my full self, because all I can think about at this moment is the Go Clipper and making sure you barbers get the chance to secure one. But we can't ignore these new blade colors either. Blue, gold, pink, black. It's crazy to even see blades coming like this, because normally, nobody gives you that type of option. Nobody even thinks about it. That's why I want to know what you barbers think. Which color do you like best? Which one do you actually want in your hands? Because at the end of the day, it's your feedback that makes the difference. Now, I don't know if every single color will be dropping straight away, but like I always tell you, the more hype there is, the more chance that's the one to come first. So if you want to see a certain color blade land before the rest, you need to make noise about it right here on Barber News. Drop your comments, get involved, because the more hype, the more chance it becomes reality. Alright barbers, so this is the story about Crazy Good, the brand that made Power Pods, basically those cool looking charging stands for clippers and trimmers a few years back. Now, I'm covering this story because a lot of you asked me to, and honestly, I believe this episode might get a lot of views, so why not support them? The story is fucking crazy, and this is my side of it. You can go do your own research if you want. So this brand was up and running, and they had some big names at the time promoting them. But things were really only just starting out. The idea was sick. You could pick what tools you had, and they could make a stand that worked for everything you needed. It was clean. It was fresh. It was different. But back then, it was a time when people still looked up to certain barbers. And nobody was being exposed yet for being fake snake oil salesmen. And then, boom, Womb 45 gets jealous. Their charging pods are flopping, they're not making any money, and instead of innovating, they go after crazy good. They hammer this small company with lawsuits, drag them through the mud, and eventually the guy goes bankrupt, which is disgusting. This story should always be told, every chance you get, because it shows the type of people that brand really is. Now that crazy good brand is gone, you'll even see write-ups about them on Reddit, saying they weren't delivering goods. But let's be real, that was all because they were terrified, told not to operate anymore, basically forced out of the game. Meanwhile, Womb 45 just kept on with their snake tactics. Absolutely disgusting people. And that's how the story goes. So barbers, if you've heard the story or you've got any other questions, leave them in the comments right now. Just imagine how many obstacles you have to dodge coming up the ranks with scumbags like that trying to crush anyone with good ideas. But now they've been exposed, now they're the ones afraid, and we can finally relax. For now. But yeah, it's fucked up.
Guys, not many people know this, but the same people that made the Barberless FX also made this trimmer. The difference is, this trimmer is that style of trimmer perfected. Not only aesthetically, because obviously it's a lot more ergonomic, it's a lot more solidly built, blah, 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 but also, listen.
So this is rather interesting. You would think that all the big brands have their own factories, and some do, but a lot of them also use other factories to cut costs. And when that happens, information leaks. I've even spoken with designers myself in private messages, so I know exactly how this comes out. Now, when the Barberless FX trimmer dropped years ago, it was great. It had its time and it made a lot of noise. But the reality is, things move on. With the latest technology and the right people behind the designs, the game gets perfected. And this trimmer I'm talking about now, it isn't Barberless. It's a different trimmer from a different brand, but it's carrying that same level of hype because it's been built with all the improvements that came after. So let me be clear. This isn't about Barberless bringing something back. This is about another brand stepping in with a trimmer that has been super perfected with today's technology. And may I add, it's dropping really soon. That's the interesting part of this industry, barbers. You see, one company dropped something years ago, and another company comes in later with the factory connections, with the tech, with the upgrades, and suddenly you've got something even cleaner hitting the market. That's what makes leaks so important. Because it shows us what's really going on behind the scenes. And that's why I tell you barbers these stories. Because while the big brands want you to believe their product is the only option, the reality is another brand can take that idea, build on it, perfect it, and give you something even better. That's exactly what's happening here. And that's why this trimmer is one you need to know about.
We stabilized the blade. And I understand a lot of people will comment stuff like, this is like a Barberless blade. It's just like a cocoa blade, cocoa trimmer. Yeah, but no. This is the creme de la creme of this kind of trimmer. This blade will not get loud. It's stable. Everything is like it should be. I can't tell you too many details because they're listening and they will try and, do their thing. But this is that kind of trim perfected. Metal, brushless, banger.
Barbers, I fucking spoil you with all the inside scoop, but I do it because I love it. And if you loved today's episode, or even if you hated it, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I covered so much today because the go is out, and that alone is a reason to celebrate. Okay, barbers, the link is in the description. Make sure you grab the Go Clipper right now because if you don't, you will regret it. I'm out. Peace.